The Formula One World Championship began in 1950 when the FIA decided to bring order to the countless races scattered around the world by defining 6 events valid for the World Championship. In reality, the history of motorsport began much earlier. Already at the end of 1800 and the champions of the early 1900s, such as the talented Italian driver Tazio Nuvolari, never got to participate in the Formula One Championship. In addition to the World Championship races, the drivers also participated in extra championship races, and for several decades, they also tried their hand at other categories. Even in the 50s, 60s, there were drivers like the Englishman John Surtees who alternated motorcycle races with car races. Only in the most modern era are Formula One drivers totally and exclusively absorbed by the World Championship. Season number 1 of 1950 was won by the Italian driver Nino Farina driving the unbeatable Alfa Romeo. But in those years the talent of the Argentine driver Juan Manuel Fangio exploded, dominating the 50s by winning as many as 5 World Championships, a record unbeaten by Schumacher only in 2004. The 60s saw new talents emerge from Jack Brabham, Graham Hill and Jim Clark, and Formula One took on an increasingly professional character. The early years were also characterized by fatal accidents of numerous drivers due to the very poor safety regulations. In the 70s, Formula One became increasingly competitive and important sponsors began to arrive, increasing the notoriety of the so-called circus. The 70s saw the debut of legendary drivers such as Niki Lauda, Fittipaldi, Mario Andretti, James Hunt. In those years, the driver, team manager, and visionary Bernie Ecclestone understood the potential of Formula One and in 1981 founded the FOM, to which the World Championship teams joined, creating a very powerful entity with global fame. In the 80s, competitiveness was now extreme and drivers like the champion Ayrton Senna understood that athletic preparation and not just driving skills were fundamental in Formula One. The drivers, now covered by millionaire sponsors, became hyper-specialized in single-seaters. They dealt with telemetry and the age of the drivers dropped dramatically, and karting drivers who started their careers as children emerged. The 2000s saw the domination of the German Michael Schumacher, who was the first to surpass Fangio's World Championship record, winning 7. The modern era of Formula One began with very young drivers who were no longer just daredevils behind the wheel, but ruthless professionals in athletic preparation, public relations, and telemetry management. Thus the age of world champions is significantly lowered, with Sebastian Vettel, who at 23 years old sets the record and becomes world champion in 2010, followed by Hamilton, Alonso, and Verstappen, who in 2016 at 18 years old becomes the youngest winner of a world championship race, followed by Vettel, Leclerc and Alonso. In these years also the age record for pole positions, with Vettel, who at 21 years old scores the front row at the Monza Grand Prix in 2008, followed by Leclerc, Alonso, Verstappen, Norris, Stroll, Hamilton,